In this video, we're going to discuss how to predict the products of a synthesis reaction. When a synthesis reaction, remember we only have one product. And in our course, all we're going to do is take the combination of two elements to form a compound. So that's the only kind of synthesis reaction that I will expect you guys to be able to predict the products for. So basically, you're just going to write the compound as it needs to be written. So if the metal in the compound has more than one possible charge, I want you to use the +2 ion. So for example, if you were combining iron and oxygen, I would want you to use the iron 2 ion and make iron 2 oxide. So here's an example for synthesis reactions. So predict the products here. So we have magnesium plus oxygen gas. So you're just going to write the ionic compound for magnesium oxide. So your skeleton structure would be this, and then you would balance it. And note, you know the product is solid because it's an ionic compound, and all ionic compounds are solid at room temperature. For decomposition reactions, we're kind of going to go in reverse. We will only be doing the decomposition of a compound that decomposes into its elements. So you're just going to write the elements as each one would be written. Most elements are written just as an atom, but don't forget we have the diatomics. They're going to be written like this. So an example for decomposition reactions, predict the product of nitrogen triiodide. Well, that's going to break down into nitrogen and iodide. The question is, how do we have to write those? Well, nitrogen is going to be a gas, and iodide is a solid at room temperature, but they're both diatomics, so it would have to be written that way. And then you would balance it and you would get this equation right here. And note that you would know the state of matter of nitrogen and iodine just by looking at the periodic table, and you have the color-coded tables that I gave you. Most of the elements are black because they are solid. 2 are blue, bromine and mercury, and those are the liquids, and then of course the rest of them are red, and those are the gases. And that's how we would predict the products of both synthesis and decomposition reactions.